Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church. And I'm here the last day of this week where I've been talking about speaking quietly. And I hope you've gotten a few little tidbits that making your life better. I have another one for today as I finish up this week. It comes from Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 29. And here's what it says. Don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them. Well, I'm going to start out by telling you that I messed this one up more than I'd like to admit. Now, I don't use foul language, not much anyway, never have, don't want to. I don't know that I've used abusive language that was intended to hurt. Now, I've been on the receiving end of abusive language, and maybe you have too. And I can tell you, it hurts. And especially if it comes from somebody you care about. You know, parents have a huge obligation to encourage their children and guide them and direct them, but not harm their spirit. It says there, don't use foul or abusive language. Just don't use it. If it's part of your vocabulary, get rid of it. If you find yourself blurting out before you think, well, train yourself to think before you blurt out. Oh, I know that can be hard. I remember years ago, I was helping a guy fix his roof up. Oh, there must have been 6 or 8 other guys there. The fellow I was helping came to church, the others didn't. And we're up there nailing stuff together. And I hit my thumb with the hammer. Now, some of you may have done that, and you know that hurts. It really hurts. And I hit my thumb with a hammer, and I just cringed because it hurt so much. And I looked around, and everybody's staring at me. They wanted to see what the preacher was going to say. And I just looked at them, and I started laughing. And pretty soon they started laughing. And I thought, you know, God, this was a wonderful opportunity to demonstrate you in the midst of my thumb hurting so much. But that's a simple illustration. There are people who use abusive language towards their family, towards their neighbors, towards their friends. Somehow we have it in our culture that I have the right to say anything I want to say. Well, in theory, that's true. But if you call yourself a Christian, you can't say anything you want to say. You just can't do it. And if you're one of those who haven't found the Lord yet, let me make a suggestion to you. What have you got to lose by not saying words that hurt? It goes on here to say, have fun here. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that you can encourage someone else. Most recently, I've taken upon myself to try to help someone. Now, they haven't really asked for my help, but I know they need it. And so I've started speaking kind words. Actually, I've been doing it for probably over a year. And up until just recently, all I got back were stares. I'd compliment the person and get up. No other response. And just within the last few weeks, I gave a compliment and the person looked at me and smiled. Boy, was I excited. And then just a few days ago, the person spoke to me. We didn't have a long conversation, only lasted a couple of sentences. But from compared to where I started, it was a whole novel. And I know that if I keep encouraging and use words that are helpful, it's going to make a difference in that person's life. Now, how much of a difference? I don't know. I'm not called to change that person. I'm called to bring words of encouragement. God doesn't tell us to make that person think differently. God doesn't say it's your responsibility to see that this person doesn't do such and such. It's only your responsibility to be godly towards them. For many years, when I was teaching, I'd always speak kindly to the janitors and the cleaning people. I don't know if anybody else did it or not. I did. And I enjoyed doing it, not because I had to, because I got to. I got the privilege of speaking kindly to someone. And you know, when you're in an environment where there are very distinct levels of people, and here I am a PhD professor, and here's a janitor, and everybody knows that the gulf between us is really, really high in terms of social status. I didn't care. I was going to make their day happy if I could. I couldn't change their cleaning stuff, but I could at least share a smile with them and a few good words. Hope you're having a great day. Boy, you're sure doing a great job, and I appreciate it. Around here at the church, I tell the janitors every time I see them, I thank you so much for what you do. I really mean it. People will respond to encouragement long before they'll change due to anger and words of arrogance. Here's what Jesus says to us. We're to speak quietly with words that encourage rather than words that are abusive and harmful. So I hope you'll do that. It's the end of the week. Take the weekend. Practice. See how it goes. And then on Monday, practice some more. And keep practicing until you're able to master the task of encouraging with kind, quiet words. Well, thanks so much for listening this week. Have a really great weekend. I just hope things go wonderful for you. If you have a need or a concern, let us know. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can to help meet your need. God bless you. I'll talk to you on Monday with a whole nother topic.